right now I am actually in my closet because that is about probably the quietest place in the house right now. So I know the lighting isn't going to be too good, but this is the best I can do for right now. On this video, I want to talk to you and tell you about the spiritual goals I have for this year and also my marriage goals that I have for this year. Last year, as far as my spiritual goals, I wanted to read my Bible daily. I wanted to start back serving in the church. I wanted to attend church weekly. And I wanted to read one Christian book per month. And I also wanted to do the things that I learned. So, like, whereas I would go to church and I would take great notes, but then when I went home, I never did what I thought was good advice. I never did go home and actually do it. This year, after working on those goals last year, this year I came up with spiritual goals. My spiritual goals this year will be number one would be not to just read my Bible every day, but to actually study my Bible, to dig deeper into my Bible, because I've read the whole Bible tons of times, but I don't necessarily understand everything that's in it. So I want to do more Bible studies and to actually dig deep into the different stories and their meanings and what they mean to me and what I feel like God is telling me through those stories. The next thing I want to do, instead of just serving the church and others, I want to put my focus on my family and friends that are around me. I've noticed we've put such an emphasis on serving people we don't know that our family and friends are kind of getting pushed to the back burner so we can serve people that we don't know. So there are a lot of family and friends that we know that are struggling, that kind of, they just need help or just need to know that we are here for them. So I want to have myself and the kids to do service projects for our close family and friends that, that we see that could use some servicing from us. Another thing I want to do is do more family Bible studies. Just basically get the kids into reading their Bibles more. They're almost, how like I was, just reading it just to be reading it instead of reading and understanding how to apply it to our life. So I definitely want to start doing family Bible studies where we can read them together and see how we can apply those to our life. And then throughout the week, actually apply the principles and the things that we learn in what we read from those Bible studies. The next thing I want to do is pray more and actually listen to God and what He tells me instead of just going off of what a pastor says or what somebody tells me I should believe, or just random people that just think, you don't know the truth and they want to tell you this is what we're supposed to be doing and this is what the Bible says. I know God sends people to let us know, but I think last year I got a little caught up in trying to listen to everybody. There were people telling me so many different things and different just denominations of Christians telling me what I should do, and just about everything they told me all contradicted each other. So it's very confusing for a just a newly saved person. It's confusing. Everybody's telling you if you do this, you go to hell. The next person is telling you if you don't do it, you're going to hell. And they're both supposed to be Christians. So that was just very confusing to me a lot last year. So this year, I want to focus on building my relationship with God and praying more and listening more to what He has to say to me instead of what other people have to say and what other people think I should be doing. I don't see being a Christian as being a religion with a whole rule book to go by. I see it as having a relationship with God, and in that relationship there are going to be boundaries and guidelines, but there's also grace in that. So I want to focus more on my relationship with God and not just on the religion of being a Christian. The last spiritual goal I have Actually ties into that, is basically to be less religious and more spiritual. So that's my last one. For my marriage goals, last year I had not to be easily offended, which I have done amazing with. I'm super proud of myself. Um, Basically, if my husband said something that I felt like made me emotional, I would just go do something else that would make me happy. I spent a lot of days crying off of something simple that he said, so it's not like that now, and it has been awesome, and it's nice not to just waste my days. Um, I also wanted to do date nights every 2 to 3 weeks, which we started off doing that. It kind of fell towards the end of the year. Um, I wanted to write a weekly love letter to Rico. No drama, no complaining, just a love letter about how much I love and appreciate him. I wanted to be more intentional with intimacy. I did a little bit better with that. Maybe not a lot, but I think I made a huge leap. Is huge to me, probably small to him, but I think I made a huge leap with that. And to pray for my husband daily. Those were my goals for last year. This year, I want to basically see if I can get the kids into bed by 8, 9 at the latest if we have dance or something. But basically get them into bed earlier so that Rico and I can actually spend alone time with each other, which we have been doing great so far. Even if it's just to watch a show, we like to watch shows together, so, or movies. So we've been doing that, so that's been going great so far. Another marriage goal I have is to do a date night monthly. I wanted 2 to 3 weeks, but with our schedule, that's just not realistic right now. So now I would just, and I say monthly, but that's like out of the house. Of course, we're still going to spend time together inside the house. I can make date nights after the kids go to bed that are inside the house. I would still like to do that. But basically, just get out of the house together at least once a month. The next one is pretty much the same, to write the weekly love letter. I don't think I ever did that. Like, when I made that goal, I don't even think I did it one time. So it's a goal this time, but I actually want to do it this time. Like I said, with the being more intentional with intimacy, I have done a lot better with that. I just want to work on it a little more. So I'm going to work on that. And basically the last one, praying for my husband daily, that has crossed over from last year's list of goals to this year as well. Some days I do, some days I don't, but I want to be intentional about praying for my husband every single day. So basically, I'll probably just set an alarm on my phone to remind me to do that. So those are my spiritual goals and my marriage goals for this year, 2017. If you like this video, like it, and please subscribe. And I should have some more coming up in hopefully tomorrow.